So what is going on, guys? I am Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where today we are going to be looking at 5 things that Treyarch have removed from Black Ops 6 Zombies. Some features that might have been added only recently in games like Black Ops Cold War but have now been removed in Black Ops 6. Other features that have existed in Zombies since the very beginning back in World at War that Treyarch have now gotten rid of in this game. We're going to go ahead and see what Treyarch have taken out, starting off with Power-ups. This was the image that Treyarch gave us for all of the power-ups that we have in Black Ops 6 Zombies: insta-kill, double points, max ammo, nuke, bonus points, full power, and max armor. We've had 1 or 2 extras over the years that have appeared and gone missing, but there is a power-up that is not here, which we've had ever since World at War Zombies, that has been in every single game, every single map, but now for the first time ever in a Treyarch Zombies game, we are not getting it, and that is Carpenter. Carpenter has gone. I can only be 100% honest and say I don't care. Out of any power-up that they were going to remove, if I was forced to remove one, I would choose Carpenter all day. Probably since Black Ops 3 Zombies, Black Ops 4, enjoying the more fast-paced action of the game, I rarely ever pick Carpenter up if I see it, just because it slows the game down when I'm on a higher round or even a lower one when I'm on a roll and I'm wanting the rounds just to keep going continuously. The one thing I don't want is to pick up Carpenter and have all of the windows boarded up, which just slows the game down. It slows these zombies getting into the map. It means it's going to take longer for me to kill them and get through rounds. Unless it's on a tiny map like Nakta and Toten or Verrucht, I think Carpenter helps. It helps in situations where you don't want to get overwhelmed. On maps like that, there are plenty of times where you'll accept a break even for 30 seconds just to roll the mystery box or get yourself more ammo, but maps like Nakta and Toten and Verrucht are far in between one another. We rarely ever get maps like that nowadays. They're bigger, especially in Black Ops 6 from what we've seen from Terminus and Liberty Falls. These are big maps. These are maps that you probably don't want to board all of the barriers up to slow the zombies down on. So over the years, as the mode got bigger and maps got bigger, Carpenter just became pointless. It became a power-up that slowed the mode down. And when Treyarch are trying to introduce features that are supposed to speed it up, such as the Rampage Inducer, Carpenter is just contradictory. The power-up also became worse over the years. It used to give you 200 points, which was useful on the low rounds, but then in Cold War, it gave you no points at all. And actually, I've just remembered in the back of my memory, wasn't one of its other features was that it would restore your armor? In Black Ops 4, it would repair your shield, and in Black Ops Cold War, wouldn't it repair your armor? I never paid attention to that, but either way, Carpenter for me just became a pointless power-up. I don't pick it up anymore because I want the flow of the game to continue, so ultimately I'm not bothered that for the first time ever, it's not in a Treyarch Zombies game. The second thing that Treyarch have removed from Black Ops 6 Zombies is a bunch of perks. Death Perception, Tombstone, Mule Kick. I was also going to say Double Tap, but we haven't seen that for quite a while now, and I don't think we will because that perk's been replaced by weapon rarities. But 3 perks that we've seen in the recent games, Mule Kick, Death Perception, and Tombstone, are not in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, this could just be for launch, maybe somewhere later on down the line in DLC they will be added in. If that is the case, I will say, why? Treyarch have everything they need to implement these perks into Black Ops 6 Zombies. If they just end up giving us them in DLC and market it as new content, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. So if you're not going to add them in at launch, don't give us them at all and just give us some new perks. I can guarantee you they will just end up seeing them later on in Season 2, 3, and 6, something like that. But yeah, Mule Kick, I don't care about. I actually hate it when I accidentally buy this perk and then I can't quickly switch between my main weapon and my wonder weapon anymore. I then also have to rotate through my third weapon, which I rarely ever use. Normally 2 weapons in Zombies is good enough. Mule Kick can be a hindrance sometimes. Death Perception is useful. Look, it's not the best perk in the game, but if it's there, I'll take it. Tombstone's gone. Thank God, I don't want to see that perk ever again. One of the most useless perks ever. Why did it return in Cold War? It's just too much hassle for me. I'd rather just die and restart my game over again than have anything to do with Tombstone. And Double Tap we haven't seen since Black Ops 3, is it? Weapon Rarities has kind of replaced that now, so even though I'd love to see that perk come back, I just don't think it will. Another thing Treyarch have removed from Black Ops 6 Zombies is the blue scrap. This feature was introduced in Black Ops Cold War. We had green scrap and blue, 2 different rarities for 2 different purposes. Honestly, it was confusing. Do I use blue for the crafting table, or do I use it for armor, or do I use it for something else? Which one is green for, which is blue for? Now we only have 1 rarity of scrap, which is green, which can be used for everything that requires scrap. It's a much simpler system, so yeah, blue scrap is no longer a thing, and neither is the Arsenal Station. station, or at least the old one and how that worked in Cold War. We have a new revamped arsenal station in Black Ops 6, but just looking how Treyarch have changed it and removed some features from the old one. Basically, this guy right here was where you purchased your armor and you could change your weapon rarity. However, in Black Ops 6 Zombies, he is gone. We now have the arsenal station where you can still do things such as change the rarity of your weapon. You can also buy ammo mods here, but armor has now been changed to a wall buy. So instead of having to purchase armor from the arsenal station, that feature's been removed. You will now find different wall buys around the map for level 2 and level 3 armor, and you purchase it from there. I always found it weird how in Cold War you could purchase armor and change the rarity of your weapon from the same station. The two features didn't really go together. Surely weapon rarity would make more sense for the pack-a-punch machine or a totally different machine. So we now have a new arsenal machine where everything to do with your arsenal can be brought there, and armor is now purchased somewhere totally separate and also works slightly different, reminding you that you now have to put armor on manually, which, even though I haven't played it yet, if it works anything like Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, I think is a downgrade to the automatic plating that we had in Black Ops Cold War. I don't like the idea of putting on plates manually in Zombies, especially in round-based maps, which we have in BO6, compared to the open style, well, the open world map that we had in Modern Warfare 3. That worked just about because the map was so big. You could find moments of rest to replenish your armor, or you could just run away from the zombies to get a break for a couple of seconds. But in a round-based map, because everything is a lot more fast-paced, the only time you get to do something like that normally is at the end of a round. So if all of your armor ends up getting destroyed mid-round, I would imagine it may be different. It's going to be annoying to having to keep plating manually. And also, it's just another thing that you need to remember to do. There were so many times in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies where I was distracted. I didn't even notice my armor was depleted. I forgot that I needed to put it on myself, and I just end up going down. The next thing that Treyarch have removed from Zombies isn't to do with the gameplay itself, unlike all of the other stuff, but I think it's a big miss, and that is theater mode. We haven't seen theater mode in COD Zombies since Black Ops 4. It wasn't in Cold War, it wasn't in Vanguard or Modern Warfare 3. I thought because Treyarch had had so much time to work on Black Ops 6 Zombies, that was enough time for them to implement a theater mode in this game. But no, as a content creator, it is an extremely useful tool, but even as a player, being able to explore a map in theater mode is a game changer. It means you have time to look at every single little detail up close that Treyarch include in their maps. I still always use it in Black Ops 2, 3 and 4 just to get some awesome shots. I always used it when the game was relevant, or I should say when everyone was playing it and it was new and fresh, to get up close shots of documents that were lying around to try and read what they said, or clearer images of ciphers. There were loads of little secret details Treyarch put in Black Ops 3 and 4 Zombies that I would not have noticed if I hadn't have used theater mode. Theater mode was amazing for Zombies. I was really hopeful that we were going to get it in Black Ops 6, and when I heard that, no, we wouldn't be. It will be a multiplayer, by the way, just not Zombies. That was a huge disappointment. To some people, it might be irrelevant, but for those who do use it, it's an amazing feature. So to see that it's not coming to this year's Zombies is disappointing. But there we go, those were 5 things that Treyarch have removed from Black Ops 6 Zombies. Carpenter, a bunch of perks, the old armor station, blue scrap, and theater mode. Let me know if you are happy or sad that these have been removed. Of course, some of this stuff has been replaced with better things, but I suppose we'll truly wait to see and judge when the game comes out. So there we go. Drop a like rating if you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.